Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys had a really great Christmas and New Year's and just holiday break. I am so excited to be back here on YouTube filming again. It's been a little bit longer than I was originally planning. I knew I wanted to take off a little bit in January, but coming back like the third or second week of January was not originally the plan. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you probably saw Cecelia got sick over Christmas, and then I actually ended up getting what she got after New Year's. And so after New Year's, I was just like down for the count, and I had just a cold, but it was a very lingering congestion that was not great for filming. So I took some extra time off, and I am excited to be back with my 2024 favorites video. I love starting off a new year, looking back on the year, talking about my favorite things, my favorite memories, and I just feel like it's a really fun way to kind of kick off the new year. So we're gonna go ahead and jump on in. Like all of my videos, I'm gonna have everything linked down below in the description box if you want to check anything out. I also am gonna be giving away one of my favorite items, so just keep watching on which of my favorite items I'm gonna be giving away, and then also how to enter to win. So I have always started in the beauty category, but I decided to switch it up for this year's video. I'm gonna be starting off in the home/lifestyle category because I think I actually have the most items in this category for the first time ever. So first item is my cloth and paper planner. I actually got this at the beginning of this last year, and I have used it almost every single day. I took a little bit of a break using my planner when I had Cecelia, but basically used it up until then, and then shortly after she was born was back using this. I love a physical planner. I am a planner girly. I just love organizing a planner and all the little accessories and things like that. I've posted about this one on my Instagram a few different times, and I always get questions about it, but this is the personal size planner, so it is a little bit more compact. I love this style of planner because it's very customizable, so you can open it up and add different pages, different inserts. In the back of my planner, I've got just some blank pages to kind of throw wherever I need inside of the planner, but it's super great. You can get different tabs, different bookmarks, different cute sticky notes, things like that. So I keep things like Cecelia's packing list in here. I keep prayer lists in here. I've got obviously like my day-to-day schedule. I've got a reminder page, reoccurring task page, home projects page. So I really love this style of planner. I had used multiple different planners kind of throughout the past years, but once I kind of customized my own, figured out what I liked, this has been my absolute favorite way to write down my schedule and what I need to do, and it's just been one of my favorite items that I use pretty much every single day. Next up is my Breville espresso machine, which was a gift from Jason. It was actually my push present. He got it for me right before we had Cecelia, and we use that pretty much every single day. I've actually used it way more than I even thought I would. I have loved making decaf lattes, especially when I want something sweet after dinner or I want something kind of later in the evening. I love making a decaf latte. Next up is my 5-year prayer journal, which I have now pretty consistently put in my favorites video for the last 4 years. I'm actually on year 5 right now. It's laid out where you can see the date from every single year for the past 5 years. So if you're on January 1st, you can see January 1st from 2020, 2021, 2022. It's all in like one page. And so this is probably my like favorite item of all time, mostly because it's the most sentimental to me. It holds now 5 years of memories, and it just means so much to me. I write down prayers, I write down what's going on during the year, and it's just really cool to be able to look back on the last 4 years now and just see how the Lord has moved in our lives and just the different things that we've gone through year after year. It's also a really good reminder whenever I'm struggling with something to see like, oh, I actually used to struggle with that, but now like the Lord has brought me out of that, or He answered that prayer. And so I don't know, it's just a really beautiful reminder to have. Definitely recommend if you are a very reflective person, if you like to look back on past years. It's really nice to have everything all in one place versus digging through a bunch of journals. So once I finish this year, it will be completely full, and I'm definitely gonna get another one because I have just treasured this so much. I do think I have a discount code for Hosanna Revival because I've worked with them in the past, so if I do, to, I'll have that linked down below. If I have any codes or any sort of discounts, I'll be sure to include them with the links for each of these items. But this is seriously so worth it. Even if you're starting it at the end of January, it's okay to like start it a little bit later. I had to do that when I first got it. I think I got it in February in 2021, but definitely it's worth doing, and it just takes like 10 minutes in the morning. It's not a ton of writing. So if you are also the type of person who gets really intimidated by like sitting down and journaling for an extended amount of times, it's really like a short amount of space. You can just write down what's going on, and it's just such a good reminder. Next home favorite would have to be my office, where I'm filming right now. Having a baby, this has been just the biggest blessing to be able to have a space that is actually disconnected from our house. So I'm actually in a space over our detached garage, and that was one of the reasons that we moved to this house, was this space. And it has truly been so nice to be able to like leave the house and leave Cece with Jason so that she can play and be loud, and just, you know, I don't have to stop her from making noise or stop Jason from making noise when I'm needing to film. And so just being able to like leave the house and come up here and film undistracted has been so huge. I feel like I have just had a lot more fun with my outfit videos as well, just having a space that is like fully dedicated to what I use it for, which is the first time that I've ever really had like a sound treated space as well. So I'm so excited to have another year filming up here. It has just been one of my favorite places to be, and the fact that it's like detached from the house just means I don't come up here every single day. I'm really only up here when I work, and so it feels like I'm going to work, and that has been really nice. Next item is my Ember mug, and I actually got this at the end of last year. It was a Christmas present from Jason, and I have wanted an Ember mug, specifically this one. This color's like so beautiful. I have been wanting one of these for years, but it was always one of those things that never felt necessary, and it was also one of those things that I kept forgetting to ask for like my birthday or Christmas in the past. And then this year Jason surprised me and got me this one, and I just love this so much. I also ended up getting a lid for it because it extends the battery life by a ton. I literally only use this mug now. I have not used one of our other mugs since the day that I got this. I even took it with me to Michigan for Christmas, because once you have hot coffee for an extended amount of time and you don't have to put your mug in the microwave, it's hard to go back. I just love my Ember mug so much. I know we all went through the big Stanley craze, but I have like come out of the Stanley fog. Mostly because when I had Cecelia, I needed to be able to take a water with me, and the Stanley was just impossible to like put in a backpack. So I really wanted something that had a lid but still had the straw. So I had to add my Owala to my favorites list. I actually have two of them. I have like one of the standard colors that they have year round, but this is actually a collaboration with Hearth and Hand, and I just love all the different colors that Owala comes out with. They have really cute ones at Target, so I'll be sure to link this one. But basically the Owala is really nice because it fits in all cup holders, and it also fits in the side of my diaper bag. That was like the #1 reason I got this, was because my Stanley wouldn't fit in my diaper bag, and I really wanted to be hands-free with the car seat. And then also on walks, I wanted something that I could throw underneath the stroller. So I ended up getting the Owala, and I honestly will probably not go back to the Stanley because you still get the handle for carrying it, and then it also has the straw. So I just really love the Owala. I know some people are still diehard Stanley fans, but this has actually been great, especially as a new mom. Next up are my blue light glasses, and I actually have 2 pairs of blue light glasses from Warby Parker because I just love theirs so much, but they have made such a huge difference on my eyes, especially the fatigue of my eyes when looking at a screen, whether I'm editing a video on my computer or doing stuff on my phone. Just so nice to be able to have a really good pair. Another big favorite from this past year was definitely getting our bigger car. We got the Honda Pilot. We have absolutely loved that car. If you are having kids or you're just looking for a bigger car in general, this is seriously such a good car, and it's a Honda, so it's super reliable. reliable. We loved the brown interior on ours, and it's just been so convenient to have, especially with having our Duna car seat in the back. Just having more room has been ideal. Next favorite is Cece's baby book, and I have actually really enjoyed working on this baby book. I think mostly because it's not a very overwhelming baby book. Some baby books are like so in-depth. I just feel like they're a little bit intimidating to actually fill out throughout the year. But this one was so great because it had a spot for like my pregnancy, the ultrasound photo, the baby shower. There's a spot where you can write their birth story, and then it has each month laid out with things that they're doing and big moments. And then it does have a spot for years 2 through 5 where you can just write a little paragraph for each year. Then one of my favorite things, just like jotting down all of her little milestones and what month they happened, and then adding in the photos. Next up is my CampSnap screenless digital camera, and I have loved having this camera because, like I said, there's no screen on it, but it is a digital camera, so all you have to do is plug it into your computer, grab the files off, and then you can put your photos on your phone or your laptop, and it just takes really cool photos. They have almost like a film effect, but it's really fun on days where you don't want to have your phone on you, or you're just wanting photos that look a little bit more film-like and you don't want to use your phone to take them. I really like the way that these photos look. I'll have some of them on the screen here so you can see them, but it takes really cool photos and it's just a fun little camera to have. I'm actually giving one of these away, so all you have to do to enter to win one of these cameras is leave a comment on this video. Let me know what your favorite memory, moment, or thing was from 2024, and then take a screenshot of your comment and send me a DM on Instagram with your comment, and that's all you have to do to enter. You do need to be following me on Instagram to be eligible to win, but this camera has definitely been one of my favorite things from this last year, and I'm so excited to be giving one to one of you guys. Next two things are more like hobbies that I've gotten into, but I've been really enjoying. I started my garden this last year, and I have loved the process of making the garden beds and getting the soil in and doing my seed starts. I have grow lights in our laundry room, and it's just been so fun going in there every single day and seeing what has sprouted and what has grown, and I'm so excited to get into gardening more this year. And then the other thing that I really loved last year was I picked up crocheting again, which I hadn't crocheted since like middle school, but it was really easy to pick up again. I just followed a couple YouTube tutorials and I've been really loving crocheting. I've probably made like 6 or 7 beanies, and they're just so fun to make. I've just been really wanting to work on things this year that are creative, because I've always in the past done like drawing or painting or embroidery or just things that are a little bit more crafty, and so I want to get back into that this year as well. Now on to beauty. I am going to be starting off with hair. So first up, short hair. I have loved my short hair. I will say, however, I think I'm gonna grow my bangs out. It was definitely an impulse decision to do bangs, but my actual like short hair I have really, really loved, and I think it was exactly what I needed after having Cecelia with like postpartum hair loss. I really just needed to like chop it, and I loved the length, but the bangs, I will say, not my favorite. Next up is the Divi Scalp Serum, and I've posted about this on my Instagram a few times, but I have used like 3 bottles of this so far, and I started using this after I started experiencing postpartum hair loss, and I will say I don't think it slowed down the hair loss, but it has really, really helped my scalp with regrowth. I honestly love how my hair smells every single time that I use this, and it doesn't leave your scalp feeling greasy or oily or really like there's any product on it. It actually detoxifies your scalp, so it just makes your scalp feel really clean and refreshed, and I just really, really love this, especially postpartum. And I do believe I have a discount code for this, so if I do, I'll link that down below. Because I cut my hair really, really short, I have not been using my Dyson Airwrap except to do like my front pieces, and I actually was using a curling iron when my hair was like shoulder length, but ever since I cut my hair above my shoulders, I've actually been using a straightener to do my waves for my shorter hair. So I've been using the GHD Chronos straightener, and I've been really loving it. I will say that you can't change the temperature on this, but it is just a great straightener. I love how it's curved around the outside, so you can also do like waves and curls with it. Next up is skincare, and I actually didn't use a ton of different skincare during like my pregnancy and then my postpartum because I was breastfeeding. So my skincare was very simplified during that time, but I really loved using a cleansing balm. I actually don't have one with me right now, it's in the bathroom, but I've used 3 different cleansing balms this year, and I think they're all really good, but they're very different. So the Colleen Rothschild one and the Elmis one are a thicker balm, and so they leave your skin feeling a little bit like you need to double cleanse. They're really effective at getting your makeup off. They are a little bit more of an oil feel to them once you kind of warm them up in your hands. I love a cleansing balm though, because I do feel like it gets my makeup off really well without having to tug at my skin or use any sort of like abrasive scrubbers on my face. The cleansing balm that I'm using right now is the Garnier one, and this one actually is more of like almost like melts down to a micellar water, and so it doesn't actually need another cleanser after it. It doesn't have like an oily feel to it. So I've been using that one recently, and that one also just gets off all my makeup, all my waterproof mascara. So if you haven't added any kind of cleansing balm to your skincare routine, I would highly recommend it. I've been using cleansing balms for I think a few years now, and I really just absolutely swear by it, especially if you wear heavier makeup or things like waterproof mascara. The other skincare product that I've been really loving is the Rhode Glazing Milk, and then also the Ilia, what's it called, Moisture Milk or something. It's another like milky product, but essentially you can wear it underneath your moisturizer, and it's a really, really thin product, but it adds so much moisture to the skin, and I love the way that it layers with any sort of makeup. So I've been really, really liking this, especially on days where I want a little bit of extra hydration to my skin, but I don't want my skin to feel really heavy and like thick. This is so, so good. I love a product like this. And then for lips, I've been really loving the Ilia Beauty Lip Wrap. This is just a lip balm, but it has a metal applicator on it, which has like a very cooling effect. I like to use this at night mostly. Sometimes I'll use it over a lipstick or whatever. It smells really, really good. It's a very like thick lip balm. And then there's one from Charlotte Tilbury that I love as well. I actually don't have it. It's in my travel bag, but it's kind of a similar formula. It's very thick. It's super hydrating, and that one has a roller ball application, but it just is so good on the lips. And then for my lip mask, I've actually been using the Colleen Rothschild one, and this one has a very, very sweet scent. So if you don't like a sugary, like vanilla scent, I would probably pass on this because it is very strong. But during the winter, I really, really love this one. And it's a really great lip mask. And then for body care, I use these during pregnancy, and I actually got a new bottle of this right before I had Cecelia. But this is the Nema Stretch Mark Therapy Oil. And I'm actually still using this right now, just like as a body oil, but it is really good for pregnancy. And then also I really love Nema's Stretch Mark Cream and the Scar Treatment Cream, which I use on my C-section scar, and these are all incredible. They're also like pregnancy, breastfeeding safe, and they're made specifically for pregnancy. So I've been really, really loving these, and I also think like the packaging is very cute. On to makeup. I want to start with concealers because having a child, the bags under my eyes have been insane, and I've found a couple products that I really like if you just are looking to brighten up under the eyes. So first up is the Touche Eclat YSL Radiant Touch Concealer Pen, and this is such a good concealer because it brightens, but it doesn't look cakey. It's a really thin concealer, and so as somebody who doesn't typically wear a lot of concealer under their eyes, this is a really good option. I really like how it just doesn't look like I'm wearing concealer, but it still adds a little brightening effect. The other product that I love is the Rare Beauty Eye Brightener, and this is not a concealer. This is exactly what it's called. It's an eye brightener. It has a little metal applicator, so it feels very cooling underneath the eyes, but all it does is just like brighten under the eyes, but it does conceal. So it's not thick. It is a very thin product, but it does add a little bit of brightening brightening effect. This is the Laura Mercier eye brightening powder, and I love this as well. You have to go pretty light-handed on this or you can look washed out. These or these together, a very, very good combo. For my foundations, I actually have changed up my foundation. I normally do the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter Foundation, but this year I've actually leaned a lot more natural with my makeup. Obviously, when I'm filming, I'll pack on a little bit more concealer, a little bit more powder, some thicker foundations, but for the most part, my like go-tos have been the Ilia foundations, and there are 3 that I just absolutely love, and sometimes I use them together. So the first one is the True Skin Serum Foundation. I love this because it's a medium coverage foundation. It's extremely hydrating, and it just looks good throughout the day. Like even towards the end of the day, as you wear it, it almost just looks more like your skin, and I really like the way that this one wears. Sometimes if I need to like spot conceal over that, I'll use the stick foundation, and I use this in certain areas like around my mouth. I'll use it like on my jaw, anywhere I have like acne scarring, and I really, really love this cream foundation. You can use just the cream foundation. It works really well over skincare, but I really like it almost as like a stick concealer. And then on days where I want to look like I have literally no makeup on, but I still want a little bit of coverage over some like acne scarring, I really have been loving the Super Serum Skin Tint, which is really interesting because I've had moments where this has not worked for me at all, or I haven't wanted to use this at all. It is a pretty oily product because it has the sunscreen built into it, so you definitely want to use some kind of light powder in specific areas over it. But I've actually been really, really liking the way that it's been working for my skin. So I'll typically use this and then spot conceal with the stick foundation. The other products that I've been using are illuminators. First one is from Say Beauty. I love to use this, mix it into my moisturizer or add a little bit to my foundation, and it's just been really great for adding some life back to my skin. I feel like I've had some dull skin this year, and so that's why I've been using more oil products, more cream products, and to kind of pair with those, I've been using illuminators. So Say has a bunch of different colors. This one is the Star Glow, and I just use a little bit. Obviously, if you do a lot, you will look very, very glowy, like a little too glowy. So I like to just add a tiny bit to either my moisturizer or my foundation. The setting sprays from Iconic London, I really love. There are a couple that I have, but this one is more of a bronzing one, and you just shake it up, and I use this to set my makeup. The Dibs blushes and bronzers that came out this year, the powder ones are so good. I just love their blushes. They have a little bit of an illuminating effect to them. They're so pretty. They're all duos, so they have really pretty colors, and I just love the way that these look on my skin. They also have a little bit of like a blurring effect to them, which is really nice, especially in the bronzer. The bronzer has some illuminating effect as well, but they're just really, really pretty on the skin. For days where I don't want to look like I have a ton of makeup on, I'll use more cream products. So the Ilia cream bronzer I have been really, really liking. It has a little bit of a shimmer to it, but I think it's really gorgeous and very natural looking. And then blushes are the Merit blushes. I absolutely love the Flush Balms, I think is what they're called. This is an older one that I'm working through, so the packaging is different now, but Beverly Hills is by far my favorite shade. They are just so creamy, incredibly blendable. For lips, I have been loving the Tarte lip oils. I've talked about these a bunch, but these are a plumping lip oil, and they just are so hydrating. I love the way that they feel on the lips, and truly, these are my favorite lip products from Tarte that they have ever come out with. They have so many in the Juicy Lip line, but these are by far my favorite. The lip oil was a home run launch from them, and I swear by these. For setting powders, I actually really like these creaseless setting powders. These are like a blurring setting powder, has a little sponge. It's from Tarte, and it seriously makes your pores just like disappear. So this is what I'll use when I'm filming YouTube videos. I'll touch up using these powders, and they are so good for just like blurring and mattifying certain areas of the face. And then for those of y'all who are looking for a good eyeshadow palette, I don't even know why I put this in my video, because it goes in my video every single year. It is my most used eyeshadow palette, and it's the Tartelette In Bloom eyeshadow palette, and it is just like the most versatile, user-friendly eyeshadow palette. I swear by this one, and I've gotten all my friends on it. It's just so good. Another beauty favorite were chrome nails this year. I feel like I did the chrome powder on my nails all the time. I don't have it on right now because I'm going clean for January, but I loved the look of chrome powder over a nude or even over like a mauve or a different color. I had some chrome powders that I got off of Amazon. I've been doing my nails since college, and I just really loved doing chrome. I really wanted to talk about the Merit perfume. It is my absolute favorite from this last year. It smells so good. I ended up giving one to my mom for Christmas. It is just one of those scents that works for all ages. It's very elegant, it's very classy, and if you guys ever get your hands on this bottle, it is just so nice to hold. The most stunning perfume to have set out on your counter. Next up is jewelry, and I'm assuming if you are here on my channel, then you probably love Missouri as well. My favorite launches from this last year, anything from the Dome figure line. This ring is probably one of my favorite releases that Missouri did this last year. So stunning. I love the organic shape of the Dome figure line as well, but all of their rings and earrings from this line are just really pretty. Next up are the emerald bezel studs. I have not taken these out since I've got them. I love these. They're so pretty, they're so unique. I love the way that they look as a third. Moving down the ear though, these bezel huggies are also some of my favorites. I've been really loving bezel settings lately. I think they're just really pretty. They're very modern. And then these texture hoops. These are the medium size, but I really love this line as well. I think they have huggies, small, medium, and large, but I really love the texture on these. My other favorites are these bezel drop earrings, and these again are a bezel setting, and I just love how clean cut they are. They're very modern, but they're really pretty on the ear, especially if you're going to a nice dinner or you want to look a little bit dressed up. I think they are so pretty. Next up is this ring, and I can't remember what this ring is called, but it is the most stunning ring I have ever seen. I love the diamonds in it, and it's 14 karat gold. I love how high it sits up off of the finger as well. For my bracelets, I have 3 that I just think are such good bracelets. So this is the sapphire tennis bracelet, and I have not taken it off since I got it. I love the look of the tennis bracelet, but it is nowhere near as expensive as a diamond one since it's white sapphire. And then this bezel diamond tennis bracelet is so gorgeous. Again, I love anything bezel right now, and because it's 14 karat gold, I shower in it, I work out in it. I really haven't taken off any of these bracelets. And then the other one that I want to include in my favorites is this cuff. I actually wasn't sure if I was gonna like having the cuff on permanently, but I have not taken this cuff off since I got it, and I have really liked the way that it's added to my stack. And then the last piece from Missouri is this large diamond letter pendant, and I got it in a W for my last name, but I just think this is such a stunning pendant. I haven't been wearing it much because Cece was grabbing for it, so I have had to retire my larger, longer necklaces, but this one is really pretty. And then the last necklace that I want to talk about, I'm actually wearing. It's this emerald pendant from a brand called R8, I believe is how you say it. It is so pretty. It's 14 karat gold, emerald, and it's an emerald bezel setting. Again, love a bezel. And I just think it's so stunning. I think I have a discount code with them as well. I'll link it down below if I do. I'm gonna be doing a most worn clothing video like I've done in the past where I share way more clothing, but I wanted to include just a few pieces here in this video. This bag from Madewell I have worn so much. I love this beautiful green, and the suede is so pretty, but the style of it is perfect. It's just such a good medium-sized bag, and I love how just casual it feels, but it still feels really nice. And then my other favorite bag from this last year is my Cezanne, I think this is the Milo bag, and this one is a lot more structured and clean cut, but I just think it's so pretty, and I am such a huge fan of Cezanne. Got really good organization in the bag, and then it also just holds a ton. So I really Really love this bag. Next are my Doc Marten clogs, and I have worn these so much since I got them. I love the way that they look with jeans, with leggings, with sweats, wide leg pants. They are so fun, and I just think they are such a great shoe. They're super comfortable. They are like heavy because they're Doc Martens, but I love the way they look with really cute socks underneath them. They are by far like my favorite shoe from this last year. I found a new pair of jeans that I am obsessed with. Since last year, I had obviously had Cecelia and needed new jeans because I didn't fit in any of my old jeans. So I decided to grab a pair from Aritzia, and I absolutely love these jeans. I have them in 2 washes now, and they are technically a crop jean, but because I'm shorter, these work so well on me. They're super high-waisted, and I just love the way that these fit. Every time I put these on, I just feel so confident in them, and I just think they're such a good pair of denim. Another favorite from last year were also belts, which I have never been a belt person ever, unless I was belting a dress or like a sweater dress, but I have been loving the look of a really great belt with jeans or with tailored pants, and Aritzia has so many good belts, you guys. All of my belts are from Aritzia, but I just love all of the different styles. This one is probably my favorite though. It also comes in black, but I love this dark chocolate brown with the brass. I just think it's so stunning. They have ones with silver hardware as well if you don't like gold. And I feel like it also just dresses up any outfit. And I know this video is already so long, but I just wanted to end this with some of my favorite memories and moments from this last year. Obviously, this last year was really big for us. We had our daughter in March, and I don't think anything will take place of that being like the top moment. Obviously, I'll be sure to include her birth story down below in the description box, but it was just such an incredible miracle, her birth story, and just the way that the Lord prompted us to go to the hospital early, and the way that the C-section went, and just everything about her birth was just such a miracle. Looking back on it, I'm just so grateful that it went so smoothly. There's so many different things that could have gone wrong, or timing could have not been right to just make it more complicated. The Lord truly had his hand on her birth. Also had our baby shower last year, and that was a really sweet moment. I feel like there are very few times in your life where you get everybody that you love together, and it was just such a sweet moment. Jason and I just felt so loved that day. And then of course there were so many different moments between, like getting to watch Cecelia learn to flip over and learn to crawl and learn to stand, and just all those different milestones. I feel like all of those were just some of my favorite memories from this past year. It just feels like everything your baby learns is just like so exciting, and it's so new, and it really is just so incredible to watch a baby grow up and like watch their life and everything they're learning and everything that they're discovering. It just feels like such a gift to be a part of. And then obviously we did some traveling this last year, which there are so many memories. I feel like it's not worth going through everything, but one thing that I wanted to highlight from this last year that I don't think I've talked about at all here on YouTube or even on my Instagram is we started hosting a house church, or like a small group, this year, and it's been one of my favorite things, just having such great community through that. And it's like all people that we love so much, and Jason and I love hosting as well, so we get to open up our home every other week to these people and just experience life with them. And it's just been like one of the sweetest answers to prayer as well, just having consistent community in our lives and just people who love Cecelia so much. It's been really sweet watching her be surrounded by people who love her, and it's just been overflowing with just really good friendships this year. So I'm so grateful for 2024. Obviously there were so many ups and downs with postpartum and just different dynamics changing when you have kids, and obviously there are a lot of challenges in every year, but I do feel like there were so many wonderful moments from this last year, and I'm just really grateful for another year to watch Cecelia grow, another year to do this here on YouTube and do my dream job. I'm so grateful for this opportunity, and especially now having Cecelia, I'm just so grateful to be able to do a job that I love and to be able to support her in that way. So I'm so thankful that you guys are here again for 2025. I'm excited to see what videos I make I feel like with the blank slate, the possibilities are endless. So I'm just really excited to see what this year holds. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to leave me a comment and enter the giveaway if you're interested. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you guys in my next one really, really soon. Bye guys.